All right, beautiful souls, welcome back or welcome to The Hawk and I. My name is Lana Zelinsky, and I work in the spirit dimensions. As always, in all my videos and all my live feeds, simply take what resonates, and you're welcome to leave the rest right here. Happy Friday. Good morning to you all. It's good to see you all coming in. Come on in. We're going to have a little bit of a chit chat today. I'm just going to be taking some questions after I just talk very briefly about the Virgo full moon that we have entered. It is a great time to focus on yourself. The Virgo full moon is coming in with a reminder that you matter too, that your desires and your needs need to be put to the forefront. So if you're feeling that a little bit this weekend, if you're feeling that you need a little bit of you time, or for it to be all about you, take that moment. It's not selfish to take some time for yourself, or to invest in something for yourself, or to do something new for yourself. You're probably going to be feeling that as we lean into the weekend. We're also coming into some communication energy. So, depending on how good your communication skills are, there may be some communication issues over the next couple days. Be very clear. Be very clear with what you want and what you don't want. Be very clear with how you communicate with people. And always remember that other people struggle sometimes too with communication. Try and work on that throat chakra. When I was doing my meditation this morning, I was really aware of throat chakra energy. We need to tap into that with being able to speak our truth, and being able to speak our truth is not always easy. It can be very difficult. We lean into worrying about how others may take it, or um how we people will perceive us. Speak it lovingly, always from the heart space, but speak your truth. Communication may be a little bit rocky this weekend, a little bit of wiggle room with some misunderstandings. So just speak it is the best advice that I can give you. Emotions will also run high over the next couple days. Just a full moon to begin with, but with a Virgo full moon, the emotional communication may be even a little bit higher than normal. Try not to hold things in. Try to be able to speak and release, and sometimes just kind of step out rather than taking it all on. Everybody's going through their own stuff and their own processes, and sometimes people like to give it to us, don't they? And being energetically aware, for your own awareness. Sometimes, I mean, think about it. Have you ever said something, somebody takes it a certain way, and you're like, 100% that was not my intention, but the energy behind it may have been. So just tapping into the energetic awareness is kind of what I want to kind of put out there today. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I did promise you I would come on today and just take some questions. So I'm going to scroll up here. Good to see you all coming in. Look at all of you guys. Beautiful, beautiful energy here this morning. I love it so much. Let's go down to some questions. Tamers, definitely feel the me time need. Yeah, absolutely. And so do something with that, Tamers. It can be something as simple as a walk by yourself. It doesn't have to be great big planning or complicated. Sone, I just want to shoot my question early on. Do my spirits guide have anything to say about my flight to South Korea? I'll be flying on February 27th. Bon voyage. I feel a lot of adventure here. I'm not sure, Sonia, what you're up to there, but I feel a lot of adventure. And is this a longer trip? I feel like there's an extension here. So I feel like you're there for a little bit. I really have to kind of push you into enjoying the energy and enjoying the power of now. So I don't know if you get really focused on agendas or timelines, but just make some time in that schedule to just allow it to be what it needs to be. Sometimes we can be too regimented, and I really feel I just have to kind of go with the allowing, go with the flow, kind of tap in there. I feel quite good with this trip. I really do. I feel like there's a lot of learning there. And I also feel you coming out of this trip with a stronger sense of independence. I just feel so proud and so strong in myself. So safe travels, have a good time. I always bring my spirit guides with me. I always say, hey, who's coming? Who's coming? Please come with me. Who's coming with me? Keep me company while I'm traveling. Show me what I need to see. Show me where the learning is. That's the kind of talk I do with my spirit guides. It's profound when you lean in there that way. So take some time that way. Aaron, I took me time already, called in sick from work. Enjoy the me time. Enjoy. See, there's some validation. Okay. Good morning, Lana. I'd love if you could tap in with my spirit guides and if they have a message for me. As soon as I started to read, even before I finished the sentence, um, Kay Marie, the with a big old microphone. I've got your spirit guides kind of lined up with a big old microphone, really loud and proud. Um, you are doing really well with some of the healing that you've been working through. You are taking steps forward. I need to also get you to acknowledge the tiny steps. So I get it. Sometimes we don't, things are very slow moving with with our learning or our progression. I need to get you to acknowledge those little tap on the shoulder, acknowledging the small steps. They matter too. I also have to lighten. Feel like I have to lighten you a little bit. You're doing the best that you can from where you're standing, and I need you to kind of repeat that a little bit to yourself. I've got to be a little bit more gentle with yourself. We can all be really hard on ourselves. I just have to soften that. I got to fluff you up a little bit and give you the time and give you the space to enjoy yourself. I also have to talk about this. I can see a wolf coming in. I feel it's fairly new. I feel like I've got to get you to wander and explore. Either alone or in a pack. I got to get you to kind of wander and explore, trying new things. Trying it once, twice if you like it, and try to turn down the knob. I can see the knob turning down, the overthinking knob. We all have moments where we overthink. Just grab that knob and turn it down. You're doing extremely well, and there's a lot of applauding for you in the spirit dimension. So well done, you. That's what she said. Good morning, Lana. Do you see my financial situation improving soon? Let me just hop in there a little bit. That's what she said. I do feel okay. I'm on a gravel road a little bit with some bumpiness. I feel like things have been slowly getting a little bit better, but I really have to kind of adjust the lenses just a little bit and I get it. Financial stuff can make us crazy, can make us worry. I've got to kind of clean up some of the energy around that with everything is always working out for me. Good things are always coming my way. I'm heading in the direction that I'm supposed to be. I need to clean up the manifesting energy a little bit. And I get it. We all struggle. And when we're struggling, it's harder to keep that positive perspective or to bring in, a cleaner energy. I also feel that you're doing really well with, and I'll use the word minimalism, but I feel like you're doing really well with, that doesn't matter. So I don't have to put money there. I feel like you're doing really well in that. I hope I'm verbalizing that correctly. But I do feel that gravel road. I do feel you coming into some pavement. I feel like you're coming into a smoother space financially, but I do have to stay very aware. So I feel like I've got to, even though I'm coming into pavement, I've got to be cautious with where I'm putting money out. So yes, it's going to get better, but I need to travel with a little bit of caution. I hope that resonates there with you. Spotty TV, I have a question about school. I'm having a hard time. Does Spirit have anything to say about it? I need to push you. I need to give you a big push. I really feel that you want this. I really feel that this is something that you feel very deep in your heart. I feel like you know this is your path, and I feel like this turbulence is going to settle down. What I have to do is, first of all, I have to sit up straight in your energy. I need you to be proud. Yes, it's you're in a little bit of a turbulence, but I need you to tighten that seatbelt and persevere through it. I also feel that you are so loved with I don't know if you're around a lot of people or a lot of kids. I don't know if I don't know if you're taking teaching, but there seems to be a lot of younger energy around you there, or perhaps it's your energy that I'm picking up. I need to get you to strap in tight and go for it. You really want this. I have no doubt in that. I don't feel like any doubt from you, even though you're struggling and you may question, is this where I'm supposed to go? I feel like you have that deep knowing. It's like I need to do this. I also feel, and sometimes spirit will show me my own journey. From my past to help resonate. I don't know help you resonate with what I'm saying. I don't know if there's been something with studying that you're struggling with. If it's just as I feel like I've got to give you more frequent mini breaks. I feel like there's like too much all the time. And a mini break might be, 5 minutes of just going outside, getting yourself grounded, looking up at the sky and counting the clouds or looking for shapes in the clouds. I just feel like I need to give you just little mini breaks. I know your schedule's tight, but I feel like there's too much of the heavy stuff and I'm out of balance a little bit. And I need to add in like a little bit of breathing, a little bit of me time, a little bit of just letting your imagination wander a little bit. I hope that that resonates there with you. Just tighten the seatbelt. You're going to be fine. The turbulence will pass, Spotty TY, and I will be sending you some energy to persevere through that. Tamara's been so crazy with changes at work. Any advice from my guides? Tamara's, I really feel here. When I tap in there, I feel like you're bringing home energy. So I need to, and it can be something very, very simple as just wiping it off, or if a cleanse energy is sticky and it's sticking to you. So when you come home, are you struggling to stay in alignment? Are you struggling with being patient with those who are around you or patient with yourself? I feel like I've got to give yourself permission to cleanse that energy before you come home. Our personal space, when you think about it, whenever we come home from any time, a rough day or a good day, the first thing we do is we release that, right? We put down our bags, we take off our shoes, we bring that energy home. So I feel like I need to do a little bit of a daily cleanse, with just leaving what's not yours, because I do feel you quite empathic to begin with, let alone when there's stuff going on. We carry things, right? Energetically, it's all energy, so we carry it, we bring it with us. So get yourself in a bit of a habit of cleansing. And it can be very simple. It can simply, if a crystal resonates with you, just taking a crystal and rubbing it on yourself, or wearing a crystal that helps protect yourself from negative energy, some selenite or some desert rose, some obsidian, or some black tourmaline. If crystals resonate with you, incorporate that into the cleansing as well. I hope that that helps you there. Let's scroll down. Good to see you all here. I lost my spot, so I'm just gonna go back down here and try. I'm trying to catch as many as I can. Um, there we go. Um, Aaron, what's the best way to work on chakras? The best thing that you can do with your chakras is to keep them clear, keeping the energy flowing there, grounding yourself, some time out in nature, some time, recharging, some time feeling, rooted, sometimes speaking your truth for your throat chakra. Keeping them clear and keeping the energy flowing is the best thing that you can do for that. And you can do it yourself, right? Reiki is great for that, but you are a healer as well yourself. You can keep that clear yourself. Clearing energy is big for the chakras as well. I hope that that helps you there. I won't spend too much time on that. It is a big subject, and perhaps we can do a live just on the chakras. um, any guidance from my spirit guides? Trying to tap in more through meditation lately. Good for you, Alina. I feel one thing that will really help is communication with our guides. I just did a workshop with my level 2 students on spirit guides. The communication with them is the key. Being able to talk with them. You don't always need to know their name. You don't always, have to have all the details or what their role is. Talking with them. I know you're with me. Thank you very much. Always some gratitude incorporated in that. Can you come with me and help me with this? We have choice and free will in this physical world. Our spirit guides are always available to help us. They can't, and I always say, they can help us with the learning, but they can't change it for us. We have to decide how we're going to navigate through our learning. There are some lessons here that are hard to learn. They can support us through it, but they can't necessarily take away the hard things. So that's always really important, because people will say, well, can't my spirit guides remove this? And no, it's learning that you need to go through. I always bring mine with me wherever I go. I've said it 1,000 times here. I open my truck door. Who's coming in? Help me with this. Can you come to work with me? I ask for clarity. I always say to my spirit guides, show me what I need to see. I'm very much okay with seeing things, even the hard, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm okay. I want to see it. I don't want blinders on. I want my lessons, and I want to learn them, and I want to do the best that I can. And I ask my spirit guides to help me with that. Now, asking is an important piece of all that, but you also have to be willing and open to see and receive the guidance, because sometimes we see things that we didn't necessarily think we were going to see. But so when you ask, make sure that you're open to receive, being open to receive. And one thing that you can say is in your meditations or when you're communicating with your guides is breathe, open, and allow. Breathe, receive, open to a transmission from my spirit guides. Being able to incorporate that kind of communication, we got to be open to receive, right? It's just like perhaps it's you or perhaps it's a friend or a family member. Has somebody ever asked you for your advice or your opinion or your intuitive thoughts on something, and it wasn't what they wanted to hear and they shut you right down? It's the same thing with our spirit guides. We have to be open to receive it, even if it's not quite what we wanted to hear. So I hope that that helps you there or anybody who's got questions about that. Mandy Greenhill had my surgery Tuesday and felt so close to my spirit world this week. Saw a temple and a lot of faces and a lion. I love that for you, Mandy. Start tapping into that. Start tapping into that lion. Start getting to know that spirit guide. And you know, and I'm sure you've looked it up, Mandy, because I know you're quite spiritual and know and have the resources to look things up. Start with that communication, and I really feel, Mandy, and I know I've said this for a little bit with you. There is a breakthrough coming with energy and coming with from spirit with you. You know, the timing of it is always exactly how it needs to be. You're loved and you are so supported, and I know you know all that, Mandy, and know that we love you here too, and we're cheering for you. And I really feel that things are going to be gaining a lot of momentum. Rest up and take that time. It's really easy to overdo things, especially when we're feeling, you know, starting to feel a bit better. Take the time, really enjoy. And that's been a hard one for me to really enjoy riding the comfy couch. You know, I always feel I should be doing something. I should be doing something. Oh, I'm feeling well enough. I should be doing something. Says who? Right? The dishes will wait. The laundry will be there. Ride the comfy couch sometimes. Sometimes that's exactly the therapy that we need is just riding the comfy coach. Peyton, good morning, Lana and friends. I'm wondering if Spirit has any comments on my friend from college coming back into my life. He seems to have shown up for a reason on my journey to healthy love. Peyton, you worded that beautifully. I do feel, you know, people come into our lives for a reason. You know, we have soul contracts with people. They come to show us, to help us heal. I feel that there's a lot of healing energy that's coming in here with this person. I also feel, Peyton, I really have to, and I know you've been working on this, because Peyton is one of my mentoring students. Peyton, I really feel that the whole power of now is going to be extremely profound for you. I've got to get you to embrace it even deeper with the power of now. Right now, I'm on the journey to healing love. Right now, I need to kind of get you into that space. I hope that that helps you there, Peyton. I also feel like I'm laughing a lot. Like I want, like, not me but you. I feel like there's been like a shift in the vibration of laughter. I don't know if you were laughing like very surfacely for a little bit, and now like you're going right down to that belly laugh, right down to the soul laughter. I really need you to kind of like, and it's funny because Estrid just showed up, and when Estrid showed up, we're gonna get naked, Peyton. So Estrid is really trying to communicate. Take, you know, like, let it all out. Like, have a good time, you know, like really go into that carefree space. Allow yourself to explore and heal rawly. And just, you know, we can be shy to expose our wounds sometimes. I feel you're in a really safe space with this person to expose your healing and be raw. You're held in a lot of energy with that. So you are 100% right. There is a reason for this on your journey. Peyton, when Esther shows up, things get raw and real. So, but in a loving way. I feel this very much in a loving way. And I don't know if it's the first time that level of, I'll use the words because this is how she's giving it to me, um, personal rawness or personal exposure or vulnerability. I think this is the first time you're going to go very deep in it. And sometimes we wobble in that. Just allow yourself to hold that space for yourself with that raw vulnerability. Peyton, it was also a really big one for me when Esther came to me several years ago. That vulnerability was something that I really struggled with back then to get right raw and just allow that out. We can't heal what we're hiding. That's what Esther just said to me is we can't heal what we're hiding. So and you know, she's got tears coming down her face in a loving way. So Wow, she's beautiful. She's got a bit of a different edge to her today. Um, just remember those words. It's okay to be vulnerable here. It's safe to be vulnerable here. You can't heal what you're hiding. So well done. And those words, sometimes these words, do mean something collectively. So if those words resonate with Peyton as well as anybody else, please know that you can pick that up. Okay, where are we going here? Dee Dee, I'm having trouble connecting or knowing if I'm connecting with my team. Can you let me know if there's messages that I'm missing? Dee Dee, I don't feel that you're missing anything. I feel that you're learning to trust. So quite often, and I've been through this myself, and I'm sure many of you on here have had moments where you're not sure, you're trusting, but not enough. Right? Am I making this up? Is this coming in from my head? And one thing that I always say is just know it. Just tell yourself, my spirit guides are here. They're helping me. I'm trusting what I'm getting. I'm going to allow. I'm going to allow. Um, Also, Dee Dee, I'm really pushed to get you to turn up the journaling. Turn up the journaling and getting a space, getting a separate space from here to here. I feel will help you. I need to turn up the journaling. Keep a journal with you at all times. Keep a journal in your vehicle in every room. It does not have to be organized journaling. I am the most unorganized journaler. I think there ever is. There is a journal everywhere. If I get something, I write it down, and it does help building that trust. I feel like you're on the right path, Dee Dee. I also have to say to you here, and it's probably more of a reminder because I feel like you know it, but I got to get you to feel it. There's no hurry. There's no hurry. You will develop and connect with your team in spirit dimensions at different paces. Sometimes it's very slow and sometimes it's very fast. And when you think about comparing it to the relationships in the human world, when you meet people, when you connect with people, it can be a very slow growth with building that relationship, that solid foundation. Enjoy the process is what I kind of have to give you there, Dee Dee. PJ, good morning. I caught the live. Hope everyone is well. Hi there, Kyle. Well, Kyle's here too. KS, my divorce is getting rough. Been accused of things that I never did. Will it ever be okay? Oh, that's a big one. And I just literally I felt like 20, like a 20-pound on each shoulder kind of weight with this. Relationship endings are can be really hard. I really feel quite strongly that, standing in your own power and your own truth is going to eventually serve you. Don't feed the negative energy. Don't feed it. Try to stay as loving and as kind as you possibly can. The person that you're stepping back from, try as hard as it is, and I can feel you grinding your teeth with this. I'm wishing you well and love and light to you, right? Sending some healing to whatever's going on. And people throw mud all the time. Don't put a baseball mitt on to catch it, right? Like just kind of like, all right, dodge it if you must, but try not to catch what's being thrown to you. I do feel that with this divorce, it's going to be okay, but I feel like you're more healed than the person that you're divorcing. So they're on their own journey of healing. They're on their own journey of learning. They're on their own journey of acceptance. And I got to kind of put you in your own lane, and continue. And I can feel you working on your own stuff. And I have to applaud you for that. Continue to work on your own stuff. I also feel like I have to say it's okay that this relationship ended. I don't feel a lifetime soul contract here to begin with. I feel like you were both meant to go so far. So practice that a little bit. Try not to catch the mud. It's that old saying, what other people think of you is really none of your business. But it's hard. And I get it. It's really hard. But try, if you feel you're picking up other people's comments or opinions or, whatever's going on, just take off the baseball mitt. Just literally pretend that you're taking off a baseball mitt. I don't have to catch that and I don't have to pick it up. Okay. Hope that helps you there. Much love to you. Lana, thank you. That was really meaningful message to hear. You're very welcome. Aaron, I really discovered another spirit guide that I named Guardian, but he seems reluctant to have attention and doesn't talk a lot. Anything you can tell me? Yes, I can tell you something on that. Aaron, trust it. So I'll make this story very short. I've probably told it here before about my spirit guide, Claire. I had her from when I was quite young. And she would sit with me all the time in meditation. She would sit with me when I was going through my life stuff. 25 years, she never spoke. 25 years. She never spoke. I would ask her name every time we meditated together. She never spoke. One thing that I had to learn was from her was number one, to trust. I just have to trust. I don't need to know her name to know that she's helping me. Okay. I needed to learn to trust that. Number two, I really feel that part of my lesson was to be comfortable in silence and to be able to not have to talk or to not have to know or to not have to have all the answers, to just trust the process. So there may be some similar learning there, that you may find yourself navigating through and learning as well. Just trust the process. I see you with me and I'm grateful. That was a big one for me for a lot of years. Um, and once I trusted, once I stopped asking her name and once I stopped questioning everything, like, why don't you talk? And can't you help me? And blah, blah, blah. Once I stopped all that, it was like, oh, chitter chatter, and I got her name, and I asked her why now, and she said, you haven't been, you didn't ask. So it's the whole trust piece. Let's get to a few more questions before I have to go. One of my clients passed. Her name is Jerry, and very much adored her. Does she have any messages for me? She just handed me a Hallmark thank you card, literally with thanking you for all of the love and all the attention and all the support that you gave her. She's very much okay. She's also kicking up her heels. Like, you know how you kind of like jump and kick up your heels? She's got that kicking up her heels. So I don't know if she wasn't mobile. And it's a reference to like like she's got that movement now, but she's kicking up her heels. She's also giving you a big old push to get on your journey and live. Live, live, live is how she's repeating it over and over and over. Kyle, hi, darling. I saw a shadow figure pass by my front window a few weeks ago. Do you feel there's any energies that need to be cleansed around me? It felt dark, but maybe I was just scared. Sending you so much love. So, Kyle, I don't feel that the shadow itself was dark. Sometimes we can pull in fear. Sometimes that shadow, so here's how I'm seeing this. Sometimes that shadow can be energy that's built up. So, Kyle, has there been a lot of tough stuff around you? Has there been a lot of tough things on your journey? Have you been dealing with negativity, or people around you have been negative? I don't feel it dark and in a dangerous way. I feel it as energy, kind of like it's building up and it's trying to show you that it's time to do some letting go. So letting go of hurt, letting go of and I get it. Kyle, I truly do. There are a lot of struggles in this physical world, and I can feel your legs sore. So when I feel someone's sore legs, it usually means that they've been climbing uphill for a long time. So has the journey been an uphill climb for a while, Kyle? Is one thing that I need to ask you. I feel like I've got it, like just this whole letting go and cleansing of the energy. I don't feel it in a negative way as being dark or dangerous, if that makes sense. It just feels more of a buildup of stuff that you're carrying, and it's kind of like showing you, and it can go right. Not all shadows or figures, they don't always necessarily connect to a spirit, or a negative entity or an entity period. It can be showing you what needs to move on. So that is what I feel on that, Kyle. I always say though to people, trust that gut. You are feeling that you need to cleanse around you. I feel that you're right. I'm feeling more from energy that has been around you or energy that you've been carrying. And I also feel like there's a few more things in that backpack of life. I feel like there's a few more things that you're going to be unpacking from that, a few more letting go, a few more things that need to come out. So I hope that helps you there. But that's what she said. Hit that like button, guys. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that so much. Um, Sorry, you guys, I lost my spot again. Horizon Phoenix, is there anything going on with animals spiritually? I've seen an increase of birds, cats all over the condo, and our dog's not been feeling well. That is a very interesting comment that you've asked, because that's very interesting, and your timing is quite profound. There has been, with the work that I do with animal communication, there has been a lot of animals leaving the physical world lately, and I mean, I've got a decent sized following, and I've got a lot of clients, but there seems to be this increase in animals that are leaving the physical world. And I feel that that some souls come here collectively, even if they don't know each other, to help people through certain or similar situations. I do feel spiritually that there is a shift with the animal population or animal kingdom, and I also feel that as more as new animals and new animal souls coming in as well. But you are 100% right in observing that. I also feel that if you watch nature right now, if you watch the birds, if you watch the squirrels and the bunnies, if you watch some of that, there is a bit of a shift there in how they're behaving as well. They are really trying to reach out to us with some personal shifts and some collective shifts as well, not just with Mother Nature. It's not just with looking after the earth, that's a big part of it, but it's also very much with that um how do I want to word this? I don't want to use, I don't know why the word minimalism, but what really matters, birds and squirrels and bunnies and chipmunks, they're really happy with the basics in life: shelter, enough food, their little families. They're really happy and content. Have you ever watched a mother bird and her partner feed their babies? They are so happy and so proud. The basics, right? I really feel there's this push and I think it's the kind of lift off the complication. It's not in a bad way. It's that I think collectively we're too caught up in complicated stuff, that we're missing the magic in just simplicity and the basics, really enjoying. And, something as simple as, and this is how they're showing me, something as simple as cooking a meal from scratch and really enjoying serving it up. We need to kind of balance that. We're a little bit out of balance. So there is a few things going on with the animal kingdom. It's funny that you mentioned that, Horizon Phoenix. I literally took that the spirit. I've never had so many clients having pets cross over as I have in the last couple weeks. Okay, here we go. Lana mentioned our throat chakra, so I asked about it. Okay, thank you, Aaron, for answering that. I'm gonna try to get to a few more, then I have to go. I've got to pick up my dog at the groomer. I got the appointment time confused. I showed up at the groomer yesterday. Her appointment was today. So I thought I had more time than what I did. But Donna, Lan, I've been feeling sad. Do you have any messages from my loved ones on the other side? Donna, first of all, the one thing that I need to, and I know you know this because they're showing me that they know that you know this, they are all around you. They are all around you. There's also showing me a lot of humor. Like there's been, like I can hear them, so much laughter, a lot of fun. And they want you to sit in that vibration and rather than, and I get it, and I have this argument all the time. To them, they're not gone. To us, they're gone. I go back and forth almost every day with this with spirit. To them, they're not gone. So I've got to get you when you're feeling sad, feel them. I know you're here and I miss you, and they know that we miss them and they're around us. I need you to feel it a little bit more. And Donna, do you have a younger being, I'm going to say 50 and under, friend that has passed? I can hear the thank you for being my friend. I can hear that, and I feel like she left here quite young. Um I will, she's frantically waving. So I hope that that resonates there with you, Miss Donna. Still spring, still recovering, but feeling better every day. Letter coming from my kiddo. Finally, doc's appointment on Monday to check my ABG, and hearing news on housing shortly as well. Spring, I want you to repeat this as many times as you possibly can. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. I know you've had an uphill battle. I know that it has been difficult with health and with stuff going on in your personal life. Everything is always working out for me. I also really feel spring. I'm not sure why, but I'm going to give it to you. This is going to sound a little bit odd, but I have to say it anyway. I need you to lay down on the grass and feel deeper into your connection to earth. I feel like I've got to get your back and your shoulders right pressed down into the earth with your head up in the sky. The universe is so big, and I feel that when you do that, I feel like you'll have a heightened awareness of how held you are. So I feel like you hold everybody. like, and you're holding a lot. I feel like I've got to get you to let the universe or the earth hold you. So when we lay down like that, sometimes we will feel we'll feel shorter than what we are, or smaller than what we are. I need you to feel held in that. And I just need you to embrace that. You probably won't understand it until you try it. But I feel like I've got to get you this whole wide world, whole big universe is all around you, holding you. I hope that that helps you there. Well, you guys, how does the time move so fast? Niece on a road trip to Florida and just dropping in to say hi, much love. Love you too, sweet lady. Um, what are some ways we can better empower the now? Sandra, beautiful question. When we find ourselves in and we all do it, okay? So when you find yourself worrying about 5 years, 5 days, 5 hours, when we find out we're feeding the worry, I always come back to I am right here, right now. This is where the magic is. I cannot necessarily change what's going to happen in 5 years. I work on going with the flow. I am going to live today for all that it is worth. I am going to take my lessons today and learn them the best that I can. It's a lot of self-talk. Right here, right now, I'm okay. Right here, right now, I'm okay. And I will repeat that to myself. Right here, right now, my family is okay. Right here, right now, the sky is blue. I try and tap into what is around me that is so glorious and so powerful for me. And I embrace that. And I'll tell you right now, it has changed my life. And I'll tell you, anybody who struggles, and most of us do, with any kind of anxiety, if you could work on that and chip away and chip away and chip away at embracing right here, right now, it will start to soften. It will start to soften and quiet that energy. And I will say to myself, if I'm worried about tomorrow, I don't even look at my calendar anymore. If you were to say to me, Lana, what are you working tomorrow? I would literally have to pull it up. I don't know, because I today is the clients that I'm seeing. Today is the agenda that I'm working on. If I'm going to book something, then obviously I need to look at it. But I don't focus on what's coming. I focus on where I am right now. Who can I help today? What can I do today? What is around me today? What are the lessons that I'm learning today? The lessons that I'm learning tomorrow are coming whether or not I want them. So I might as well really enjoy today. The other thing is when you think about how fast time goes, think about that for a moment. If you have kids, or if you were in school, if you're in high school, think about elementary school. If you're in college, think about high school. If you're a parent, and your kids are older, think about when they were babies. It seemed like yesterday, right? Like I got a notification on my phone this morning, 11 years ago today, right? Those pictures, and I looked at it and I went, 11 years ago? 11 years ago? Right? So, that power of now, I'm so glad that 11 years ago, I remember the day very clearly. It was so much fun. And my little was very little. And I remember thinking to myself, I'm so grateful that I took the time to breathe that day and enjoy that moment. Wow, right? Because it goes so fast. And tomorrow will be here before you know it. So today is where the magic is. Today is where I want to sit. And it takes some practice. And it's not to say that I don't ignore things that are coming. Like if I have to make an appointment with a doctor or a banker or whatever it is, I do it. But it's the thoughts. I bring my thoughts to right here, right now. Right here, right now. This is what's in front of me. Okay, I hope that helps you. Great question. I gotta get moving, you guys. My pup is at the groomer. Her appointment would be done. And I have a student today, and in-person students who is doing very, very well. I also want to say here, if any of you want to help with some volunteer time with my students, I would be grateful if you fired me a message, or emailed the Hawk and I at gmail.com with I would love to help. Right now, I'm working Monday and Wednesday, 6:30 to 8:30 Eastern Standard Time with some students, and I'm always looking for open-hearted clients to have them practice on, or just be part of observing or part of the energy. So if that interests you, please reach out to me. How do you become a student? I offer on the website multiple levels of mediumship and spiritual development. Level one will be starting probably early spring, and then again in the fall. I do take a break in the summer months. On my website, I will post what I'm teaching. I think the next animal communication workshop will be coming up soon as well. So I do post all of my offerings for teaching on the website. I'm so very interested. Thank you, Wendy. Keep an eye on the website. Keep an eye on my socials. I will often post across the platforms. This workshop is up. This workshop is up. I teach everything from remote viewing to introduction to the spiritual journey, and some advanced classes. And I do have some new things coming in the fall. And Wendy, I'm not sure where you are from. I offer them both in person and online on Zoom. I use the platform of Zoom, and we have a glorious time. Wendy, if you're interested and you want to see some of my students who are in level 4, send me an email. Email me and just say, we talked on the live. I'd love to come, and you can see how, the different ways that they work. I have students that are working on mediumship, students that are working on healing, students that are working on remote viewing, and you don't have to necessarily want to do this as a living. I've got vets and doctors who just simply want, and police officers who just simply want to be able to learn how to trust their intuition. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you want to do this full time as a job. Being intuitive and being able to trust that, I've got teachers that take it. Like, I've got a lot of people that take my courses that never had the intention on working in this as a profession. They just want to be able to have a deeper connection to their spirit guides, or to be able to trust their intuition. Oh, there's Fran. It's a glorious time, fun for sure. Classes are fun. We have an amazing time. There's a lot of laughing with our learning. What do we need to know? Let's set some intentions here. What does the group need to know for the weekend? The lobster. The lobster. You're in the midst of a powerful process of find yourself trying out different expressions of who you are throughout each phase. One of your big lessons right now is patience, particularly in learning to wait for whatever you need to come to you rather than pursuing it. Power of now. You'll find a number of useful things by rummaging through some of the items you've had in storage for a while. Your best work will be done in the evening after the sun goes down. I don't think I've ever pulled a lobster. Seriously. I don't remember ever pulling a lobster out for anybody. Interesting. Love it so much. Have a wonderful patience. Yes, Sandra, it's a big one. Being patient is something that most of us humans are always learning. I think we're always mastering and always trying to keep up with that, learning the patience. It's because of the whole I want it now, right? We want it. I want it now. 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 Been there. And I've learned that I don't want it now if it's not time, right? If I push against something that it's not time to have or do, it's not going to work out for me anyway. Have you ever done that? Have you ever pushed against something and it's like, yeah, now I'm stuck in traffic. I should have waited. Right? Seriously, I've learned that the hard way. I've pushed against something even when spirit said, wait, 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 and I didn't wait, and I pushed against it, and it was like, oh, was it time? Right? So, that goes with it, with everything. When the time to learn something new, and the time for relationships, the time for change, we just have to trust the process. I could sit here all morning with you guys. I really have to go. I've pushed the envelope right to the end. Much love. Take care of each other, and I'll see you on Monday. As always, I'm wishing you love, light, blessings, and have a spirit guided day.